This is breakfast. I did have a lot more muesli than this. I've been eating it. But I actually put some hot water in here from my thermos, which sounds gross, but it just makes it like less dry. It's more like oats. I have banana, I have a cup of tea. That should do me. Really, really beautiful morning. Sun is out. There's hardly any clouds out. And I got up. I wanted to get up early, but I was so comfy and cozy. I was just like, no, I'm just gonna sleep. And so I got up at about 8 and I got dressed. And whoa, the magpies have no fear. Please don't swoop me. Anyway, got up, got dressed, and where I parked overnight there's a big gorgeous lake, so I went for a run around the lake. I don't really run that often, so it's like a run, walk a bit more, etc. But there's also free like gym equipment in the parks around here, so I used some of that as well, and I actually got like a fairly decent workout for, you know, free park equipment. And now I'm just looking over my atlas. I found where I want to go next. It's just Painesville, so it's not actually that far, but I do have to work today, so I found a library that I can go to, sit there for a few hours and do some work, and there's a place down there I can park and camp up for the night as well. So it should be a pretty simple day, not a lot of driving, but I do have a lot of work today, so the days that I have to work I won't be driving very far, so that I have more time to work and find places to work. I look a bit of a mess at the minute. People with white territories need to stop parking next to me, because I nearly went into that one as well. But anyway, I just spent about 3 hours in the library in Painesville, and I did some work and I did some editing. It's nearly 2 o'clock, so I need to cook some lunch because I haven't eaten since this morning. And then I'll come back. I don't really know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, but that's the point of this, I guess. I have always had stuff to do, like work, study, blah blah blah, so this whole trip having nothing to do, for a while is going to be weird. My skin is looking terrible, but that's what we're working with. I'm hoping I'll detox a little bit on this trip, because I'm not having any coffee or alcohol or anything like that, and I'm eating quite healthy. So hopefully my skin gets better. I don't know. We'll see. As long as I can keep washing it properly, I guess. Not doing very well at that so far. Oh well, I'm gonna go make some lunch now. Just been thinking about how this is only the second day, and it doesn't feel real still, even. It's like, it doesn't feel like it won't be a couple months until I get home, but it is. So, and I'm like, am I trying to achieve anything while I'm out here? Like, I think that I am, but I don't know. I have driven today from Newlands Arm, where I stayed last night, to Genoa, where I'm staying tonight, and I checked out the overnight camping place, and then I took off down to Malakuta, and I'm just walking around the beaches of Malakuta, just driving around, checking it out before I go back to Genoa. And it's really, really nice. There's this huge beach out here, and the surf is great. Not here, there's heaps of rocks here, but there are surf beaches. And it's very peaceful, very beautiful. But these are the kind of places that you get to and you look around on your own, and it's awesome. But it's like, yeah, you can't really spend a lot of time here when you're on your own. Or maybe that's just me getting used to being on my own. But it's a little bit like, what's there to do whilst I'm by myself? Not an awful lot. So, I mean, look how cool this is. Some rocks. I love it. Very fun. I have parked up at Genoa rest stop, and I'm pretty sure this is like the only thing in Genoa. There seemed to be a little bit of a town, but not much going on. So it's now time to set up my car tent, and I've only practiced this once, so this should be interesting. And there's no videos on YouTube on how to set it up, and the instruction manual is rubbish. So hopefully by the time this trip finishes, I can be the one to film the how to set it up instruction manual. It's pretty simple. It just goes off the back of your boot, or your tailgate, or just off the back of your car. But I'm putting my boot up first to make sure that when I put it up, I can still open my boot. So, what's the time? I'm going to time myself for this one and see how long it takes me. Alright, it's 2:10. Let's see how long this takes me. Now, I'm going to clarify that as set up. I haven't set up the awning part, so this bit can come down as another wall, or it can come out as another awning, and I have extra holes for that. Hello, airplane. And this, oh, that's a little bit messy. Oh, that's just because the boot peaks there, so that's what happens. Yeah, same thing on that side. But this is essentially my tent setup. So yeah, that only took, tell me yet, half an hour. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Not too bad at all. She's a camper. I thought I would take this opportunity while I'm at a campground to sort of sort myself out a little bit, because I have some space and I have my tent set up so I can move around a little bit more freely. And so I'm just gonna do some dishes. I just had some soup. It's only like 3:30. It's 3:30. But I've noticed I've been eating more when I'm hungry rather than waiting for like meal time, and it just makes a lot of sense because I don't really want to be cooking late at night, or at night at all, because it's dark. Oh, the lights in my car. This is something that's really annoying me a lot so far, is every time you open a door in the car, the interior lights switch on. So it's like every time you have to remember to switch them off, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm just eating more when I'm hungry rather than waiting for a meal time. So I just had some soup and it's a lot easier to have basic things for dinner than cooking, because cooking and cleaning in the dark is kind of hard and just less enjoyable because it's cold and dark. So try to do cooking food whilst it's light.